Better tune in and bring your whole crew in, cause this show's the shoe-in. We choosing LeBron versus the 90s bullies. Who wins? Assuming that you in the right frame of mental. And just play the sound, we'll break it down, plain and simple. Keep it single point of view, we'll write the plural.
We're good.
It's up. Let me ask Jeris if it's up.
What's up?
Here's how that angle, man.
The worst, dude. Bro, I thought the one with Justin was bad last year, bro, up in Raleigh. But let me tell you what. This one, I for a split second, I thought it was broken, man. I literally was on the ground, like, doing the normal roll that makes the, oh, man, I was flopping. Oh, it hurt so bad. I heard so many, like, little fibery tear things in there, dude. Oh, it was a bad one, dude. Like, my foot is like fatter. It's legitly fatter.
Yeah, we good.
Did you land on somebody's foot?
I don't know. I had one friend watching on the sideline, and he actually was right next to it and was looking at the feet when it happened. But I don't know if I landed on somebody's foot, but I went up for a layup and kind of like somebody came, so I was going for a pass, so I was like turning in the air to stay in the air longer because I'm white. I can't naturally stay up. I gotta contort myself. And I guess when I was going sideways, I don't know, man. My foot was sideways. I came down on it. It hurt. I didn't get it corrected in time, I guess, and it just, oh, man, it's bad. Like, it's not bruised up yet, but it's definitely way more swollen than when we were up in Raleigh. It was probably worse than that one all in all, because I was at least walking around in Raleigh, albeit slow. But right now, I got to be on crutches if I really want to go somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bad.
As y'all can hear, my man C. Ritter is on the IR for the next 15 to 30 days.
Yeah.
But he can still speak. So we'd like to welcome y'all to this episode of Just Critting Around. It is July 31st. It is Monday evening.
It's almost August, baby.
It's a little bit later than 8:30, so we're, a couple minutes late, pardon the tardiness, but we'll make it up for you with content. I'm Matt Thompson, host number one for today. I'd like to kick it to my man in OKC, Mr. Lavender.
That's right. I'm actually a little south of OKC, about an hour, but
I mean, but nobody's heard of where you are,
right.
so we're just
we'll just go with OKC.
right?
Right, I like that. That's funny. We can go
right next to him. We already heard from C. Ritter. He's hurting at the moment, but and next to him, the man with no face, of course, Mr. Diggs. What's going on, man?
What's going on, y'all? Glad to be back for episode 15.
Yeah, man.
Big news.
15. We're doing it, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's the dog days of summer. Normally, there's nothing to talk about right now, but we actually got a few topics to chat about. What's going on, Diggs?
Yeah, man. We never really hit a dry spell this summer, to be honest with you.
We haven't. Not yet.
Let's talk about Kyrie, man.
That's what's on everybody.
Not again. Not again.
No, again.
Man, nobody's been able to reach him in the Cavs organization, and for some reason he wants to go to the Knicks. I'm just baffled by that.
I'm a Knicks fan, and I'm baffled by that as well.
I'm gonna let you guys go.
Looking at that roster, I mean, they're actively trying to move Melo, so you're gonna have Tim Hardaway Jr. and maybe Kevin Love or something if the Cavs make that trade. I don't know why he wants to go to the Knicks other than to be that centerpiece player. I don't really get it.
Go ahead, Justin. I got some thoughts on that.
God, he's just obviously there's like a disconnect between him and LeBron that I didn't know was there. Like, I thought it was just fine, but I think all of these years, like, a little tension has been building that, he wants to be in the spotlight. And, obviously he's not going to win a championship in New York, and his style of play is not going to bring in free agents. Like, if I go to the NBA, like, Kyrie would probably be like in the last 100 of players that I'd want to play with, right? I don't really care to play with somebody like Kyrie.
Yeah. I mean, really, that just honestly segues perfectly into my point. And my thing is, Kyrie is proven to not be a winner by himself. It's literally statistically been proven. The first 3 years before LeBron was there, what did? They were like a 33, 24, and 30 win team, something like that. And then while they are a championship level team, just last year alone, the Cavs with Kyrie Irving on the floor and LeBron off the court were minus 120 points in 630 minutes. And while Kevin Love was off, Kevin Love and LeBron were off at the same time, the Cavs were a negative 12.8 in their margin per game. So to me, that shows that, one, you can't win with a player that big. We see it with Isaiah Thomas in Boston. And two, that if you make Kyrie your focal point, it's not going to work. It never will work. He's too ball dominant. He's a point guard who does not pass the ball.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, honestly, I'm not a LeBron fan, but that's the place he needs to be. Yeah. He needs to be. I mean, LeBron is the star who can thrive beside Kyrie because he is that unselfish. He is that player that's going to set Kyrie up and can kind of, let Kyrie take over at spells of the game, and then he'll take over in spells of the game. There are not many stars in NBA like that. Most stars want to shoot the ball. They want to have the balls in the hand, so that wouldn't be a good fit beside Kyrie. So I don't know why he doesn't want to stay where he is. Win championships, play with the best player in the world.
What is it coming out now? It says he's tired of being seen or treated like LeBron's son almost. But in essence, your best chance to win is going to be with LeBron. You go anywhere in the West, you're getting smacked. Exactly. You go to the Knicks, you're getting smacked by LeBron, Boston, Toronto. There's
be everybody's son.
Yeah. Literally,
instead of just
so really you're just going the T-Mac way. You got a ring because of LeBron, basically. I don't care if you hit that game-winning shot. The only reason you had that was because of LeBron. So, you're just going the T-Mac route saying, I'm going to play for me. Well, that's not what T-Mac did, but that's what he said recently this week, that it's easier to be a Hall of Fame player or win a ring to Hall of Fame. But I just think he's too stat-focused on himself. This is kind of a selfish move, in my opinion. If I was him, I get wanting to make your brand, or maybe you see Cleveland's going to fall apart in 2 years, but still, even if LeBron left next year, you're under contract 2 years, you still have Kevin Love there with you. Like, your team's not going to be the worst. It's an old team, but you'll still be the star of that team. People will know who you are. You'll have a legacy with LeBron regardless. Now you do this, and your legacy's already tarnished. They're going to get – it's going to happen. It's inevitable. He's traded. There's no way they play together.
What you think, Diggs? This is your boy.
He ain't my boy no more. Man, you had your chance to be the main guy, and we all saw what happened. You fought with your teammates then, and you get a teammate that leads you to a championship. Why do you want to leave?
He struggles to stay healthy too.
Well, he's been okay now since LeBron's there, but once he's the main guy again, he's gonna start struggling to stay healthy.
He had to
again.
shoulder that load. He can take as longer breaks as he needs to right now beside LeBron.
But even the first year, he's out. Dellavedova's in the playoffs, and then it seems like he gets these inconvenient injuries. I mean, he did play in the last two championships, but I guess you do have to give him some credit, because in a day where everybody's joining up and wanting to win a championship, he's like, I'm gonna do my own thing.
I mean, I guess,
but I mean, these people were competitive at least when they were on their own. He's not going to be competitive.
That's the thing.
Literally,
that's a key
my
word.
thing is, he might become more of the star, the guy, depending on what team he goes to, but ultimately nobody's going to talk about Kyrie.
Yeah,
you're being talked about more now while you're on the Cavs than you will be that first half of the year when you're first on whatever new team you're on. Then you might have a little bit of news coverage because it's a storyline, but after that, who's going to care? When the playoffs start, nobody's going to say, oh, look at Kyrie. I wonder what Kyrie's doing, because you're not going to be there. You might be an 8-7 seed in the West. That's it.
So do y'all think that he'll get the vitriol that LeBron got when he left Cleveland? Do you think
probably, because Cleveland loves LeBron now. How can Cleveland not like LeBron? Right. I feel like I don't have the pulse of the city. I'm not there, but you have to be pro LeBron if you're a Cleveland fan right now.
Yeah, man.
The only reason you guys went to 3 straight finals is because Kyrie, you signed that deal, and LeBron came without you knowing what you might not have liked, but he got you to 3 straight finals.
Right. You better be glad that LeBron
exactly.
Came, otherwise they'd be still in the 35 win range.
When their career's over, I hope something comes out to where a doc 30 for 30, and we get to see a real side of why Kyrie did this, or on one of these uninterrupted sites, because I really want to know. And I want to know what his true feelings are, because we see him, whatever it was, mocking, whether we're reading too deep into it, mocking.
Oh, with the Steph Curry.
Yeah, with the Steph Curry.
So it's I don't know. I want to know the true feelings behind
But playing with LeBron, like he was able to take the last shot to basically win the finals.
LeBron lets you take it. He would rather you take it.
I don't like he was getting a lot of public. Like people, Kyrie is more of a household name now than before LeBron by far. And
Yes.
I mean, a lot of those fourth quarters, LeBron let him take over. Like LeBron,
every time.
Yeah. So I don't understand what more do you want.
If
You want to be in a
anything,
position to win, and you want to be able to take the last shot. LeBron gave you both of those things.
yeah, if anything, I would look at Cleveland and say, the clutch player is Kyrie. That's what I said, going all last year and even going in this series. I said, he's going to take those clutch shots.
But my thing is, like, he's going to take those clutch shots, and this is why he's not going to do well on his own. He is that street ball mentality player to where he's going to just go and shoot. It's not going to be an efficient shot every time. Like, there are nights where Kyrie, he'll drop a lot of points, but he'll be like 9 for 27 or something literally ridiculous. But he has the flashy highlight play.
Kyrie, okay, there's one thing, and I know if you've played basketball with somebody like this, but Kyrie is a player that – do you ever play with somebody and it looks like they had like some moves planned out before they did them? Yeah. Sometimes Kyrie will do a nice, crossover dribble and like a step back, and the shot will be open, and he won't take it. Instead, he'll do another little move and get to the rack. And I'm like, it looks like some of these, were planned out, and it's just, it works, but it's just kind of.
It looks like he looks for the highlight play more, right? Because he'll beat you once and then try to beat you again. Right. Like he'll have you beat where he can just take the shot, like you mentioned. But
yeah, he's just sitting there saucing people.
Like I said, the Cavs are. If you watch basketball, the Cavs are worse when LeBron's off the floor and it's just Kyrie. That's a proven fact. Yeah, they are. They're terrible. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, where else is it, when he goes to New York, he's not going to be able to get that ISO. I mean, nobody has to be honest on anybody in New York but Porzingis. So they're going to hedge over his way.
They're going to run a pick and roll, and Kyrie's only going to do a double pass 5 times a game.
And he'll pull his hamstring, and he'll be miss half the season.
Fall on a crossover and break his kneecaps.
Hey, real quick, before we get off basketball, so I'm watching yesterday. I was doing a bunch of stuff, but I put YouTube up, and I'm watching – old Jordan full games. Now I wasn't paying attention to every minute of it, but the one thing that I noticed that I miss is the sound of the net. They had a mic on the net, and every time Jordan hit, Pippen hit a shot, it was just this swoosh that you just don't hear nowadays. I'm like, I'm gonna petition to bring back the net mic.
Here's my theory on this. I think people are too wet these days. I think maybe the mic would break,
bro.
Maybe look. We got Steph Curry shoot from half court. The ball's got to be going 10 miles an hour faster or something.
I watched Jordan against the Lakers, and he was matched up against Kobe in like 99 or 2000.
Look, man.
I think it was 99. He was.
Would you rather have Mike in the net and light streaks blurring across your TV screen, or perfect HD picture and no Mike in the net?
Give me both. Give me a perfect HD picture. You don't understand how hype I got, man, on listening to. What do y'all think?
I got to go back and hear that, because I mean, I do remember the Mike Net, but I don't. It was so common that I don't miss it now. But now, I need to go back and really listen to that audio to see if I can.
I like commentators these days are better. You know what I'm saying? I love the bang. Those are fun. Mama, there goes that man.
I mean, Marv was always.
There's more personality these days, though.
Yeah.
Mark Jackson says the same thing over and over.
Again. But him and
C. Weber, get C. Weber out of here.
Yo, C. Weber is the worst. Him and Jalen Rose. Him and Jalen Rose, top 2 of the worst on ESPN. Just
dude,
I cannot stand Jalen Rose, bro.
Do you listen to Van Gundy's rules too?
No.
Dude, he just he wants to make a rule, like all these rules, like it wouldn't be a game of basketball. He just goes off in tangents. Van Gundy is tolerable. I can't. Mark Jackson, he was good for the first year, but now he just says the same thing over and over again. There goes that man.
Hand down, man down.
Yeah, hand down, man down. Yeah, exactly.
Catchphrases, bro. It's like Marv Albert says bang. You don't complain about that.
Yeah, but
I mean, if it's a good catchphrase and it like bang is awesome.
Mama, there goes that man's pretty good on some of them, bro.
But you can't throw that out but once a game. You can throw bang out there 50 times and it's all good.
Yeah, okay. And I mean, I get your point. I mean, whatever, it's cool.
That was next, man.
Man, we got the The NIH versus the NFL, man. This
Like
I don't know if y'all
national-
heard about the NFL's backing out of the research contract that they had with NIH for concussion and CTE
Yeah.
research.
Because
Was it
everybody
30
gets
million?
CTE. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, it's bad for business.
Plus that recent study that came out, they said it was like 110 out of 111 of deceased players had CTE.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was
Yeah.
really
Yeah, that's
bad.
really bad.
And they even went back to like college. There was a few college samples and there was a few high school samples. Like that's a real bad look for the
My
NFL.
thing
But
is, what is this gonna do?
Less
What's
people are
what?
going to play football, man.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
but you're still gonna have those people that want to play. So like football's never gonna go away regardless. The players know what they're signing up for when they come to play. Like I guess it's better to tell them, hey, you can get CTE, so if you don't want to play, don't play. Yeah, I get that, but
It's
Trying
more the
to-
parents.
okay, yeah, I get the parents being worried, but at the end of the day, your son, when he's 18 or however old he's going to be, if he wants to play football, how do you look as a parent saying no, you can't play? Like
That's
when he's
too late, though. He's done. Like his career.
But I'm
like,
saying
he's
even
not
in
gonna
high
play
school- all right.
football.
I don't have kids, but if I had a kid and he got to high school and he's like 10th grade and he's like, I want to play, I'm going to say, okay. Like, I'm not going to deprive him of the chance of playing football.
For a lot of people, that's too late, though, compared to the kids. That
What do you,
are
I hear,
starting
you know how many
early.
kids I hear nowadays that, like, literally the guy that got drafted from my school, UNCC, in the 3rd round didn't start playing until his senior year of high school.
Yeah, that's the exception, though. I mean, there are players out there that don't play till high school, and you'll hear about them. But for the most part, if you wait until 10th grade to start playing football, that's too late.
I mean, honestly,
there's going to be people there to fill in what's
yeah,
needed.
I
Like,
think the
somebody's
money
gonna
is just too. It's too like I mean, think of the most dangerous careers. Think of like the offshoremen, the oil drillers, the
play. Yeah.
Crab
underwater
fishermen.
welders. You know what I'm saying? Like that take their lives in their hands every day. They do it because the money is so good, and they're not going to get paid like that working somewhere in the city. So
Yeah.
they're going to take that chance, and it's going to be the same with the NFL. There's
Oh.
always going to be somebody that's going to sign up for $1 million paycheck, regardless of
Exactly.
what the risks are.
And there's a guy who
Yeah.
climbs this like tall tower I saw today. And he works once every 6 months and he gets $20,000 to go up and change the lamp every
Right.
time.
Yeah, but what about like say just a few players? You know, if an Adrian Peterson doesn't end up playing football and he goes and is a track star instead, if a Tom Brady is not out there, I still think there's still going to be people that are playing football for sure. There's still be people watching, but I think the talent level will come down.
But people are still going to watch.
Yeah, but I just think that there's some of the talented people they won't be able to get into football.
Maybe,
because of
maybe
this.
not, but maybe to put it in this perspective, let's say somebody like Tom Brady or who's a young quarterback now, Russell Wilson or somebody who's like, oh, I'm having CTE, I'm about to retire. This gives people like your brother who's in a D2 college a chance now. Those are people who are hungry, wanting to play, regardless. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many people out there who play football. Doesn't matter how many parents are holding their kids back now, making them play flag only or whatever it is. There will always be somebody, like Matt said, chasing that paycheck, willing to play. They have semi-professional leagues called like out there now, Rivals Football League or something like that. Like
Right.
they're all like, it's just, in my opinion, it's a sport that's always been there. It can't go away.
There are positions. Yeah, it's not going to go away. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I think but there are positions that you're more prone to CTE. Obviously, in the trenches, offensive line, defensive line. I could see, some players getting held out and wanting to play a different position. I don't know. I just think there's definitely going to be people that we're not going to be able to watch because of this.
Do y'all think that this, as a side effect, I don't know, it may take a while, but will this lead to the talent pool in other sports being buoyed a little bit? Like, say, there's hardly any black players in baseball. So do you think that the players who might have been playing football might in turn look to baseball, look to soccer,
absolutely.
look to, something like that? So
I definitely think so.
That's
that'll be
where
interesting to see how that goes.
That's all I'm saying is that some of these great athletes that we're watching, they're not.
But then
gonna
we'll
be
just
there.
watch that great athlete in another sport then.
Yeah, but I want to watch them in football.
But how do you?
But I mean, there's going to be a great athlete
But
regardless.
if you see him come up and he's not playing football, you didn't know he was going to play football in the first
That's true.
place.
That's
Right.
true.
Yeah, it's the unknown. We're not going to know. But there, somewhere there's a guy that's going to run track that.
I get why the
could've played
NFL is pulling out of this
football.
contract, though. I see it from the business standpoint.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's just a bad look, though.
It's definitely a bad look. But put that money into helmet research or something. Like, There's got to be another. Like, people play rugby. What's CTE like in rugby? Why can't we just play no pads? I'll watch dudes hit each other with no pads.
It's got to be
honestly,
crazy.
take the pads off.
Yeah,
That's what I said. That's what I said. Go back to leather helmets and take the pads off, and you watch how many people are throwing their shoulder and spearing people. Dude, it's not going to happen. It's going to be more like a rugby game. I mean,
where they actually go for legs.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Just take the pad. Dude, all those players back in like the 20s, they probably
That's the
don't have
title
CTE.
right there. Take the pads off.
Yeah, take the pads off. Take the pads off, NFL. Come on.
Well,
Either way, in my opinion, NBA is catching up to the NFL pretty quick.
no, they're still far off.
I mean, they're $5 billion behind revenue-wise, but I'm saying in the future, I mean, the NBA is growing. I don't think it's going to blow up like Justin, so.
Yeah, I'll say, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, staying in NFL, the legend of John Gruden is talking about coming back to coaching.
Chucky.
Yep. He's been saying that he says that he has been eyeing a comeback for years, and he's kind of hinting that he's ready to come back now. Basically, what I've read from this article. But
What's it been? It's 2008, right? When he got fired from Tampa.
Yeah, 2008 was his last year.
So 9 years. It's been so many jobs that he passed on.
Yeah.
I wonder why he would want to come back now. Like, I don't really see a whole lot of great jobs out there for him to come back to at the moment.
I think you just get tired, or of doing he's got a cush job. He makes a lot of money. He gets to do what he likes, but eventually, a competitor.
Exactly.
They're sitting over there, and even though it's not the right time, and he passed up a bunch of jobs, I do see how now it's like, all right, man, let's make one more, 4 or 5 year run, and so I can win a Super Bowl. This is what I want to do. I want to get back into coaching because doing the same thing over and over again, just doing the quarterback show and being up in the broadcast booth, it gets kind of boring.
And he's an intense dude too. He's one of them dudes that is up at 2:00 in the morning looking at film, and so I can see how he would miss that. I mean, I wouldn't miss it if I was getting paid $10 million just to talk once, twice a week and do the quarterback count. But
you say that, but if you're there and you're doing the same thing over and over again, and you were a coach and that's your
maybe
passion,
he just wants to prove himself.
Maybe he doesn't like the state of the NFL currently. How it's kind of finesse, and he's kind of more of a hardcore dude, like
Spider Y2 banana, which I believe is like a
West Coast
tight end out corner thing, and a running back in the flat. Look,
I think I had it in my playbook last year.
hey man, I'm a god. I know things.
Yeah, but I mean, I hope Chucky comes back. I mean, I like McAdoo, but if Chucky had been up for the run-in 2 years ago, after I would have loved for him to come coach the Giants. So I think there was actually talk of that. I think they talked to him, but he decided not to come back at that time. So I mean, he'll get a job, whatever job is free that he wants in the offseason, he'll get it. I just don't know what team that's gonna be. It's gonna be a scrub team. It's gonna be I don't know.
He might mess around and get the Colts, to be honest.
That would be a good look.
Because I don't know why, but everybody wants Pagano out. I love Pagano. I don't want him to go nowhere, but
I feel like he's a part of that family, at this point, just because of the whole cancer thing and the
you can't get rid of Pagano
like that. Like that's just a bad look to say you're gone.
They're a few years past that though. I think that little grace period is over for that.
But they had a terrible front office. Like,
oh yeah, the GM was a complete idiot.
They drafted the worst. Like they literally just have Andrew Luck and that's it. T.Y. Hilton. That's it. Dwayne Allen runs like a 6'2" 40.
They traded away Kobe Fleener.
Yeah.
Or no, he let him walk, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, to the Saints, yeah. Yeah. Speaking of the Saints, look, them Panthers though. But moving on.
9-7.
No, dude, not a chance. McCaffrey cannot be guarded by any linebacker in the league. Anyway. Look, I'm gonna send you.
Will be done by week 6. I'm
gonna send you the tweet. I saw, and let's just say Luke Kuechly got himself shake and baked a little bit, trying to cover him on the route.
Somebody's gonna catch him coming across the field, and he's gonna get smeared.
They said the same thing about Wes Welker. They said the same thing about Julian Edelman.
Well, it happened to Wes Welker quite a few times. He got about 15
and
concussions.
Yeah, but he still played and was productive, man.
And we seen Julian Edelman get knocked out. He was unconscious for a slight second when Cam Chancellor hit him in that Super Bowl.
Look, man,
I don't care what everybody says.
He was. It don't matter as long as they hop back up and they produce again.
Yeah, as long as they can.
If you're gonna get popped, it's the NFL. Like it's gonna happen. But like just because he's a white guy, he's gonna be fine at running back.
I hope so. I don't believe yet. We'll see. We'll see in a couple
That's got to
months.
be the hardest position to break into. Like I know race. Like I don't want to bring race into it, but I know me and Justin talk about it in basketball all the time. But like the white running back is definitely what is on people's mind when it comes to not doubting him. But and I'm not saying you're doing this, Matt, but like people that doubt McCaffrey, I swear a lot of it has an undertone bias of because he's white and he's a running back.
Yeah, everybody doubts him because he's white. I
don't believe in that, man. Like, do you know how far he came up them draft boards in like a 3-week span? Like he was way down the list, and then he has a great.
That's what happens when
admittedly,
you're running
but
back
he goes
and your route running's better than any receiver out there.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I just like I said, I hope so.
Look, while we're doing it live, I want your live reaction. Hold up now. I'm about to go on my Twitter real quick. You know what I'm saying? We can keep the show going, but I'm listening.
All right. So what's the next? What is it about? Unlucky? Somebody's unlucky.
Yeah, unlucky Whitehead, man. I don't understand how somebody named Lucky could be so unlucky, but he was misidentified for robbing a Wawa in Virginia.
First of all, what's a Wawa? Because we don't have those.
You don't know what Wawa is?
No.
You have sheets?
Yeah.
Do you have sheets?
Do you have QT?
You don't have
Quick
sheets
Trip?
or Wawa?
QT, Quick Trip?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got Quick Trip.
It's
Okay.
kind of like that, but like a little more to it.
Wawa's Northeast, right? I know we had them in VA. We don't have many in North Carolina, though.
All right, so it's like a convenience store on steroids, basically.
Yeah,
restaurant, convenience store,
Bro,
gas
sheets
station.
at ECU, 3 hot dogs for $1, dog. You talking about 3 a.m.?
Sheets has oh my god, Sheets deals are so much better.
If you ever go to Texas, go to Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
It's like a Walmart.
Buc-ee's.
That's a gas station.
It's like
It's awesome.
I think you shot a picture of that. Yeah,
dude, it's huge. I mean, you go in there, it's like they got all this jerky, and dude, you'll be in there for like an hour just getting gas. Anyways, lucky.
But yeah, he got he was misidentified for robbing a Wawa in Virginia, so he got released from the Cowboys for that reason. Turned out it wasn't even him. Somebody had stolen his identity.
Well, so I have a little, I guess, personal experience. One, when I was 17 and I worked at Walmart, I worked in the garden section. I got called in when I went into work after school one day, and they called me back to like the security room where they monitor the cameras, and they said, Mr. Lavender, what were you doing on this date? And this was just Walmart personnel, yada, yada, yada. And apparently somebody gave them my social security number when they got caught robbing something. And they said, well, we need you to go home for the rest of the day while we sort this out.
Oh, your parents are pissed.
I'm like, no, I went home. I'm like, it was like in Arkansas or somewhere. So I knew it wasn't me, but I'm like, all right, whatever. So I went home. And then I've got a friend that's in the same, financial business that I'm in. And this girl that he hired went out and actually went to Walmart and stole something in her bag and got caught. And she came back to work like an hour later because the cops let her go. She had to put it down, but she did, they were going to press charges. She was, as soon as she came in, you're in a financial industry and she just started working there. They sent her home and basically let her go. I mean, it's, even if she was innocent, which she said she was, but you just can't have that, starting right away. Right. So that's just like kind of a little personal experience on, the Cowboys, even though he wasn't found guilty, but that's just what I've seen in the real world.
I mean, but okay, so your example makes sense, but I mean, you would think in the NFL, which they let, wife beaters and drug addicts, let everybody in, like at least be innocent until proven guilty. At least let the police do the thorough investigation before you release the player. I mean,
yeah.
that's kind of suspect to me.
It just looked like they wanted to do the right thing for once because, they keep their stars when they're in trouble, like Randy Gregory, like Ezekiel Elliott and all that. But the one time that somebody, I really feel bad for, the dude has to go to the Jets.
Right.
The Cowboys are at least a playoff contending, if not Super Bowl contending team, regardless of if we hate them or not. That's what they are nowadays, at least today. One, he lost his job. Two, it sounded like Jerry Jones and them just completely cut him off from everything because when you see the press conference, you see Jason Garrett say the same sentence over and over. We did what we had to do, blah, 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 whatever it was that the Cowboys did. So I don't know. It sucks. That's a terrible situation. I'm glad somebody else picked him up though, because if it would have been a situation where he didn't get picked up, it would have been bad.
Yeah, that definitely would have been.
So was he in Virginia at the when this happened?
No,
he wasn't even there,
in Virginia.
right? Yeah. Don't you go and intelligently explain all this to them?
I think he did. I think he tried to talk to him, but they weren't having it.
I want to be around because if they really weren't having it, then that's just a travesty. I think I don't know.
He's got a little bit of a pass, you know what I mean, but still, like you said, at least let the investigation take us. Give him a week, you give him a couple of hours after the report, and you just release him. That's what you do with somebody that the Cowboys wouldn't do it with a wife beater, but that's what you would do in a situation like that, But a robbery and you don't even have solid evidence, you gotta at least let the investigation take its course. So another reason to hate the Cowboys, basically.
Yeah, I guess so.
The Cowboys, let's be for real.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
I guess it's top hat time, guys.
Hey.
Top hat. All right.
Look, I've been trying to find this video.
This top hat.
I know.
Yeah, we got Jeris Jones joining us for this top hat. Once we get him in here.
In here, dude. Somebody.
What's Jeris Jones' symbol? What's his bat symbol? Would it be the Chief?
Uh-oh.
DC.
Oh,
Just
anything DC he does. Yeah.
It'd be signing over North Korea. He would show up.
Oh.
There he is.
I think we got him in here.
There he is. The man.
Can't even see him on my screen, but it's all good.
It's the man.
What's good? What's going on, Jeris?
Mr. Jones.
What up, Jeris?
Welcome to Just Critting Around, Mr. Jones.
What's going on, guys?
This is your first appearance, dude.
My first appearance, man. I'm a big fan.
Big fan.
Appreciate that. You just in time for the Top Hat segment, where we dip our hands into the top hat and pull out a scintillating topic to speak on. So,
yep. All right. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start it off. We got our first topic. Julio Jones lost a $150,000 earring, just one in the lake.
Earring, $150,000.
And he hired a dive team to go find it.
Did they find it?
Hey, man, when you got money like that, do what you gotta do, man.
I actually got an update on that. Actually, today, Julio told the reporters that he didn't hire.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
So I'm guessing that was a rumor that got spread around because, first off, how did they even know that he lost it? Did he tell anybody? I don't know. It was kind of a weird situation, but that's a wild rumor to throw out there that he would spend money to hire a team to find. That had to be a fat earring for it to be something that you could.
Yeah, but he probably had some buddies and a bunch of other people out there.
Yeah, maybe it was an exaggeration. Maybe the dive team was an exaggeration.
Was his boys, yeah.
Somebody went to go look for that $150,000.
Oh, yeah.
They
definitely GPS marked that area.
It's gone. It's gone.
I'm sure tourism at that lake has gone up.
Oh, for sure.
Right. While they're looking for that. He said it was insured. So, that's a responsible way to do it. He bought a ring, cost that kind of money. He put insurance on it. So, he's going to get that cut back.
But still, if I was an insurance company, I'm taking that to court, bro. Why are you wearing that while jet skiing?
Right?
There's got to be a clause in there.
It's got to be
out in
some
the ocean.
Who are you trying to stunt on out there?
That's
what?
You
got
mermaids
swimming up to you?
He's trying to shine, man. Trying to shine wherever he's at.
But that might be why he said he didn't hire a dive team. Maybe he's trying to keep it under wraps. Be like, man, somebody stole this ring or this earring to the intro stuff. But you can't do that now.
Yeah,
Nah,
exactly.
it's out now.
Yeah, it's out. It's like I lost it. Well, where'd you lose that? I was on the beach.
I hope that's just like a one-time purchase or something, or he had the super excess cash to spend that.
Bro, how many carats is that for one? That's just one.
That's what I was going to ask.
One
Is that
down?
one ring?
That's
that
probably
one ring?
that's got to
one
be like
ring.
a 15 carat.
He didn't lose
ring.
both. He
No,
couldn't.
he just lost one.
So one of them costs $150,000. So
Which
that was
one?
$300,000.
He should have
rings.
put the eraser back.
That would be like a 15 carat probably, or maybe a little less. I don't
He
know.
probably got one of them African earlobe joints
Oh.
that hangs down.
No way.
Dude,
That's
true story. Since we're talking about losing stuff in the ocean, so Jason Johnson, when we went on a trip,
I know where
he lost Jeris's GoPro that he borrowed from Jeris.
no.
Okay,
Oh.
right? He put it on a surfboard, and it says like when you stick it down, you're supposed to put the adhesive down for 24 hours. Well, we just rented the surfboards. So he just stuck it in there and put the GoPro. Loses it in the ocean, and I mean we're barely like 5 feet off of the shore. And we searched forever, and we couldn't find it. Just right in that little area. Like, as soon as it happened, we're searching for, like, hours, and we couldn't find it. So I'm like, there's no way you're going to find a little ring way out in the ocean.
And
That was
undertow,
devastating.
man, it's gonna pull that right on out.
Yeah, I think it's gone, man.
Yeah, he needs to let it go.
Mm.
All right. Next topic. We got LaMelo versus Zion, and Jared Dudley ripped them a new one. He's talking about how bad the quality or how terrible the quality of basketball is being played.
And he's right.
He's
I
absolutely
agree.
right.
The AAU is not ruined basketball, but AAU is ruined. Like, come on, who just smacked their teeth? Who was that?
Me.
Which one?
It's probably Justin.
Bro.
Me. Okay.
Dog.
Explain.
There's no fundamentals of any.
No.
We have LaMelo Ball, who's supposed to be a point guard, taking half court shots, shooting 50 times a game,
Mhm.
shooting like, come on, that's ridiculous. While LeVar goes back and argues or tries to get a ref taken out of the game.
That's
blah, blah, blah.
one team in AAU.
Okay, but still, no, it's every team. Every team plays that way now, outside of certain teams. But like, dude, AAU has definitely ruined the way that basketball, at least, has traditionally been played. The fundamentals wise, it's more of a street ball, organized street ball 5-on-5.
Really? Because before AAU was so popular, what were these kids doing?
Street ball.
Exactly. So
That's
you're
what I'm
going to
saying.
tell me playing street ball with no refs, no coaches, that they're going to be out there playing every day because they usually do play, guys that ball play during the summer at the rec center, that they're going to play fundamentally worse in AAU than they would.
No, I'm not saying they're fundamentally worse, but like they're going to come into college not as ready as your typical player should be, and then
so if AAU wasn't there, they would be more.
Okay, no, but my thing is how many people are we seeing coming out of college after 1 year into the NBA just to get sent down to the G League because they're not ready? They don't know how to play defense. They don't know how to read anything. Their adjustment to the game is not what it needs to be. Because when you're playing basketball, yeah, you can be a beast in street ball and know everything, but there is more to it than just being good one-on-one.
But I don't understand what they would do during the summer. They would be playing street ball and it'd be worse.
Look, Justin.
We're saying in the AAU circuits, like look how Big Baller plays.
I
Like,
understand.
That's how most teams play, regardless. And
But
did you
it's
watch
organized.
Did you watch the Zion game?
Yeah, I watched all of it. I mean, yeah, it's not they're especially the big ballers. They're just running gun. I mean, and yeah, a few people got the pretty much LaMelo's got the green light. But I'm saying there's what the alternative is some of these kids they're frankly they're saving some of these kids from living life slinging dope because they're playing basketball year round pretty much. Now I know it's harder on their bodies and I don't like that. I wish they would have some sort of structure in that regard, but I think, and I don't like some of the basketball, but the basketball being played in AAU is better than going down to the rec center and just playing pickup. And that's the alternative.
I think it's just organized. That's why you think that.
It's still better, dude. Organized
It
with
might be
refs,
better.
gonna
It's
be
probably better competition, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying AAU, like, it's hard to explain. Like, everybody wants to be that shooter and everything nowadays. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You guys can jump in down there.
I kind of have to side with Chris on this thing. And Jared Dudley isn't the first, NBA professional to have this thought process. In fact, he's not even the best. Kevin Garnett and Kobe Bryant have both, in the past 5 years or so, have stated that AAU has killed the league in the way
Mark
that
Jackson.
the fundamentals. Correct. I mean, as a direct quote from Kevin Garnett, he says that the perspective that these kids are not being taught anything. They're going into the NBA learning how to play fundamental basketball. That's something that should have been taught at an early age, at the very first stage of them learning how to play the game at a competitive level. Kobe Bryant's point kind of came out for him saying that Europeans play superior form of basketball than we do here in the States.
They do.
Yeah.
And the fact that they know how to teach the game.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they're so coveted in terms of their ability to run offenses and things of that sort. So I mean, so it's not a first notion. I mean, it's something that has been a concern for a while.
AAU is the team with the better athletes usually wins.
Right.
That's what it is. Let's be honest.
But
Yeah, well,
I
it
don't
is.
understand how AAU it does good things. I just don't understand how that is the way. You know, there's a lot of things. Basketball in general, high school basketball in general, can be. You know,
I feel like I feel like AAU validates that style of play. So if you're playing like that in street ball, it's street ball. You expect people to run a gun. You expect showboat when you expect a certain level of play in street ball. If you're playing with refs and with coaches, with audience, I would expect some plays. I would expect some post-ups.
Kicks.
I would expect some real basketball, and they're not getting that in AAU. So if I'm a kid and I'm saying, well, this is real basketball, this is AAU, this is organized, this is the way I'm supposed to be playing, this is the way they're teaching, then I'm going to carry that on through college and on through the NBA. So to me, that's the difference, is that it's kind of validating that style of play. Everybody's not Steph Curry. You can't shoot like that, you know what I'm saying, unless you're Steph Curry. So you shouldn't be playing that style of basketball.
I mean, we're in the age of YouTube. We're in the age of mixtapes. So kids out here trying to use AAU as a way to kind of get their styles and their abilities out there so that they can kind of boost their profile. That's where we go to watch some of these big things.
Yeah, but if they keep playing that way, they're not going to make it in the NBA anyways.
I mean, they're going to gather the hype that they need to kind of boost themselves up to that next level.
In the end, players, coaches, GMs, they're going to get players that are going to take them to contend. I just don't know what these kids would do. Like all the summer, you're gonna have some of them literally.
What do they do before AAU?
We're not.
They
saying
play basketball. Basketball is almost
yeah, but that's where you're like.
High school.
We're not saying get rid of AAU. We're saying AAU. Yeah, we're just saying AAU needs to be
refined.
Like the focal point needs to be like it's a baby college almost.
Right. Teach something. Teach how to play basketball.
Like here's the difference. You watch YouTube videos with me like Ball is Life and Baller Visions and stuff. Yeah. So. Like, if you notice, LeBron's been at his son's one recently, and he's, like, coaching from the sideline, and you can see them legitimately running plays and running a style. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, but when you go and watch the older kids, it's more like the coaches are just, like, throwing them out on the court is what it seems like from afar.
It's not all of them, though. I mean, that's just the YouTube.
It's definitely not all of them, yeah, but.
So for the most part, I think it's still as good for the kids. Because otherwise, I think some of them, kids do what kids are going to do. They would get in trouble. And I think AAU is an outlet, and it makes basketball year-round for them. The only thing I don't like about AAU is it's harder on their bodies. It shortens their career. But, I mean, hey, if it saves some people from doing stupid things during the summer, I'm all for it.
Is Zion going to UNC, Chris?
Look, it's either that or Duke, in my opinion.
He's going to Duke. Coach K was talking to him. I saw at the last game. He was because I could
sure
tell.
he's talking. Roy Williams is talking to him too.
Yeah, what do you?
He didn't have the same look when Roy.
Look, I'll tell you who is going, Matt, and I actually played with this kid, Wendell Moore Jr. He's about to be a junior. Yeah, I played with him at this court down the street from me, and he wasn't trying, but he was still really nice. Like he was better than everybody else on the court.
And that's when he was in 8th grade. So imagine how good he is now.
No, I played with them like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's funny when you see what you think is a marginal player. Like you see him on the college, on Duke or somebody, and you're like, man, that dude's a scrub. You way down the bench, and then you actually see him on the playground. You're like, oh, okay, that's
nice.
Okay, he's a different level.
Speaking of that, shout out to Bryce Alford. Been following him since he was in 8th grade, and Oklahoma City just signed him to a training camp contract. So.
Nice.
Come on.
You scouting kids from 8th grade?
No, he lived in Albuquerque. He actually played in the
Yeah,
rec
we should
league.
just go be scouts, Justin. Let's just, you know what I'm saying? Quit your job. Let's go start a scouting firm. Try to get hired by.
There you go.
Just get hired by everybody. Scout for everybody.
Yeah.
Just
We can scout drug dealers for the new Pablo Escobars. We can do it all.
We can do it all. Just whoever bribes us with the most money will get
It really,
intel.
money talks, boy. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. Next topic. And this one is for me and Jeris, man. We got
Go for it.
the Washington and Baltimore area has a bid for a joint Super Bowl.
Let's make it happen, man.
I agree.
Bring it here. I'm trying to think next year, DC area is getting the baseball All-Star game. We did have an NBA All-Star game. I mean, bring a Super Bowl to the area, man. I mean, goodness.
What's weather
I'm trying
like?
to see something.
What's weather like there in February?
My thing is, like,
it's a wild card.
you can't.
Like,
We
to
can't
be
talk
honest.
about weather anymore after that. We had one in New York. Like that shouldn't be a factor. Like
We shouldn't have had one in New York. I'd hate for weather to play an impact. You know,
And they dodged the bullet with that New York one because, like, the day that Monday it was snowing.
Super snowstorm.
But like, who doesn't want to see a snowy Super Bowl? That'd be cool.
That's true. I mean, but logistically, traffic,
even if you
crowds.
lost or somebody won in the snow, that's the game of football. Like soccer.
No, the game on the
I agree,
field, I think, would be
100%.
fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I mean, football is known to be playing in the elements. It's one of the only sports that you play in rain, snow, sleet, whatever the case is. As long as it's safe for them to play, it's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about this whole perfect conditions?
Yeah, I want it neutral though. I want it the teams to decide. And if you have snowy conditions, a team that runs the football better, they're obviously gonna.
Hey man, but that's their strength.
It's part of strategy.
Built on, man.
Yeah, it just so happens it was complete coincidence. Super Bowl was in
Okay,
Washington, DC.
all right, but like, what's the difference if it happens in the NFC Championship? Like,
Because
I don't
that's
understand.
the NFC Championship. The Super
Come
Bowl
on, though.
is what
Okay, but if
watches.
the team that lost the NFC Championship isn't good against a team in the snow because they can't run, then that's not fair for them. That's your argument, is that it's not fair for the other team.
Remember that Vikings game? It was in like, what was the crazy temperature they had
Seattle
there?
one, right?
Right, it was
Like
ridiculous.
-3.
You think Seattle was ready for that? I mean, the Vikings know about cold weather. I mean, Seattle wouldn't, but they still had to step up and show the game, and they did wind up doing their thing. So
Michael Vick going into Lambeau.
For the game, I would just want it to be, even.
Perfect weather.
Perfect
we're
weather.
gonna be watching on TV.
I mean, to be honest, the way the winter was last year, man, it may be an 80-degree day.
Right, there was no winter last year at
We
all.
might be all right. I ain't seen snow in 2 years.
Man, I barbecued in the middle of February this year.
I think 90% of the Super Bowl should be fair weather, but I'd like for them to have an occasional, wild card, cold weather city out there, Washington, New York, Minnesota, where Minnesota's a dome. But I mean, I think you should spread the wealth, share the wealth. I don't think it should always be in New Orleans and always be in Florida. Like, spread it around. So I would be all for that.
Well, even around here, if we were to get snow or something, it's manageable snow.
Yeah,
right. It's 4 inches.
So what would happen?
Yeah.
If weather's that bad of a deal, you ain't gonna get snow in Charlotte. I'm just saying.
So would it be played in Bmore?
I think they play the game in Baltimore, but they do everything else in DC.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at too. I mean, I think one of the things they were talking about is the hotel room situation. They need about 35,000 hotel rooms to accommodate everyone that comes in. And I mean, between the two major cities, there's plenty when it comes to that. But yeah, I guess whatever has the best, because logistically, FedEx Field is terrible. I can't see them having any type of a Super Bowl situation there.
The only advantage they have is the parking situation. Their parking situation is way better than Baltimore.
Getting out of there?
What about traffic in general?
I mean, just getting the people parked. That's
yeah,
it.
They may have more parking spaces, but man, it's terrible to get out of FedEx Field.
Oh yeah,
Charlotte, like Chris said.
That's an hour-long process on its own.
Let's get one in Charlotte. We got NBA All-Star game coming up in a couple of years. Let's get that Super Bowl too.
And didn't they revoke the All-Star game from y'all though?
Yeah, last year, but it's coming back in
20.
It's coming back now. Oh,
yeah.
Try to be at that.
Yeah, I probably won't. Who knows if I even live in Charlotte then, man? What the hell?
Are you making moves?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh,
that's a long time from now. Yeah. What if U2 pops off? What if, I'm saying, I got to go out west and be a West Coaster? You never know, dude.
Not being crystal. You know,
West
Just stay away
Coast
from your net, man.
Dude,
If you do blow up,
She's
Just stay
dating
away
a
from
Call
your
of
net.
Duty player that
But
would
we ain't-
squeeze my head like that episode of Game of Thrones. Dude is jacked,
How does Chris intro his videos?
Oh, there's different
Well,
ways, bro.
yeah, he's like, hey,
Welcome
this
back,
is
YouTubians.
welcome
No,
back,
I'm like,
YouTubians. This is
Welcome
Critter
back,
OG
YouTube. No, you
with
got
the
it wrong.
godlike thumbs
You
and
got
the
it
trigger
Oh.
fingers like a Navy
You got it
SEAL.
wrong. You got it wrong.
like
It's-
a,
welcome back, YouTubians. It's Chris, but you can call me Critter OG. Blah 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 blah.
All right.
so you don't have like names for your followers, like critters, or
I mean, eventually when I have
Kryptonians?
followers, what
Oh,
you
come
mean,
on,
right?
man.
Right
Come
now,
on.
I'm out here in the depths, darks of YouTube, just grinding, working
depths.
on the craft, dude. We got to figure out how to talk in front of the camera more.
Hey man,
Because when I play games, I'm more like that quiet, except for when I rage. But other than that, like,
Yeah, I was about to say
You
we
need some
we
anger management for sure.
nah, dude, I'm usually it's just like that anger for a little bit, and then I'm straight.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
everyone
what-
rages though. I mean, come on now. Justin has raged before too. I've
I
heard a
don't
couple
rage.
people-
Justin
like
probably
that.
mutes his mic,
Right.
tears down his flat screen, buys a new one.
Oh,
When I play video
Punches
games,
some
it's
other
like an
guys.
escape from, it's just to have fun, and I don't get mad no matter what.
I mean, that's
Unless I play, somebody that's like, using an exploit in a game.
what
or
about
something.
what about when I was down 21 to you in like the last 2 minutes, came back and beat you?
Mm.
Yeah, you had to rage a little bit then, right?
I just said whatever, man.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
Justin went for a 17-mile run that night.
I was a little ticked. I mean, there's sometimes you get a little.
Justin's
ticked.
hopping his Lexus, man. He just peeled out, man. He just checked his bank account. He was smiling, man.
Yeah, he smiled once again. As soon as he saw that 7th zero, he was good.
I wish.
oh man.
We got time for one more.
Yeah, I think so. All
Oh,
right,
yeah,
how about John Jones won his title
Yo.
back.
I watched it. Did any of y'all watch it live?
Mm-mm.
I didn't see.
I
it
saw the
live.
highlights.
First of all, wasn't even the best fight, but it was, dude, that whole card was great. I loved it.
That Woodley fight was kind of boring to me.
Oh, that was the
though.
worst. They set the record for the least amount of punches thrown by 100 in a championship fight.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah. I used
Yeah,
to see
that was
John
bad.
Jones in Albuquerque because he worked at Jackson Gym. I think he still lives there, but he was rolling around in his white Phantom. And I,
Oh,
don't know.
man.
I never met him, but I saw him driving
fact-
around.
The
Everybody
fact
else said
that
it's
2
pretty
years
cool.
off and he came back and beat somebody who was the champion on heavyweight and was basically undefeated while he was gone. I mean, his only loss prior to this one was to John Jones.
Jones again. Yeah.
He's
So
8 years older, though, right?
yeah, but either way, it's fighting. So like, it comes down to technique. You don't age in fighting doesn't mean the most. Like, let's be honest. There's a dude. Who's the new guy in UFC? Something Romero, Yaul Romero. He's 42. He didn't start fighting until he was 38, and he is the most jacked, in shape individual you will ever see in your life. Like,
Yeah.
and he's still fighting to this day easily, knocking little dudes' heads. Like, I don't know. It's mixed
Most of
martial
the
arts.
fighters are at least 30.
But the fight
Yeah,
was
they're
good.
older.
I didn't think they should have interviewed Cormier after that because he got rocked. That kick one was bad, and then once he was on the ground, he got hit 9 times before the fight was.
Yeah,
stopped.
Yeah, I don't know why
Rogan,
he should have stopped
apologized.
that.
Rogan
Yeah.
apologized for it today or right after or something. said
It was bad, bro.
yeah.
But you know what this got me excited for? I am
What?
so excited to watch Mayweather McGregor. I just want to see the
Oh
walkout.
Lord.
I
it's
want to
not
see the
gonna be
walkout.
anything like that.
It's not going to be
far
anything
from
like
any
that.
of that.
Oh no, I know. I just want to see the walkouts, man.
Dude, people
both-
are starting to talk themselves into McGregor winning.
Because
No,
they
they
just
just want that payday.
Yeah.
They want him to win so
and
they
he
can
has the
get.
puncher's chance. The
Yeah.
puncher's chance is what he's got.
He don't even have a puncher's chance. Man.
Come on, Matt. He has
Okay,
a-
so Matt, you're saying if like somehow Floyd just moved.
what if he
and-
just slips
No.
a nice
and he
uppercut on
gets,
Floyd?
gets him right in the temple and he knocks him out? You're gonna say it's fixed, right?
The best boxers in the world have tried to do that to Floyd
Yeah,
Mayweather.
look,
the best
Floyd
real
Mayweather-
trained boxers, and none of them could
When
land
they're
that blow.
past their
Exactly.
prime,
Mayweather's 49-0 against boxers, but he hasn't fought an MMA fighter yet. I'm just saying.
who has Floyd fought in their
He's
prime?
never had to prepare for an MMA technique. They come in at different angles than boxers. I'm just saying.
Here's one thing, as I don't think McGregor's gonna win, but
No, I don't
McGregor will be about 25 pounds heavier than Floyd when they go to fight.
But that's not good. He's not gonna be able to touch him. He's not gonna be get within 6 inches of Mayweather's
yeah.
face.
But
Like it's
Yeah.
gonna be so.
but that's not his game. His game is to land one good one. And are they
This
going
is
to play
not
with
gonna
4-ounce gloves? Or are they going to go 10?
Oh, they're going 10. What you mean
Yeah, they're
4?
going 10.
If it was
I mean-
4, Floyd would be hurting.
That's
On
what
his
Floyd
hands-
said he would do 4.
Yeah, that's all talk. That's literally all talk. Floyd knows for a fact he would never put 4-ounce gloves on against Conor McGregor or go into the octagon against Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he's not going to go with the octagon. I thought they were going to play with like the small.
I mean, he said that too. He was like, I'll fight you anywhere. After I beat you, I'll go to the octagon. When he knows good well he ain't going to the octagon.
Nah,
right?
he's not doing that.
He'll die if he goes in the
Oh,
octagon.
he's never been kicked. Like, come on now.
What if he got half a bill?
Look, if T.I. can beat him up, why can't McGregor?
I mean, we didn't see the video though, so we
Look, but what black eyes though? Where they at?
that was a classic picture.
All right.
It's a whole different ball game. That's gonna be a terrible fight. But I hope for the world that it's at least slightly entertaining. But I don't see it. I think it's gonna be.
It'll probably go the distance. I don't see no KOs
Go the
happening.
difference because Mayweather's not really a knockout. Dude,
Yo,
but-
have you seen though? Like, do you follow McGregor on Instagram? Like, seeing his training, bro. He
Yeah, I've seen
so
this training.
much like he's just so jacked. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't know how he like what he does, what horse testosterone he's taking, but like his body just changes so much. Like from when he was in the UFC to now, like it's not the same person right now. Like he's a lot thicker. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
So you're talking yourself into a McGregor victory.
No.
Yeah.
I have always
You're
said
right.
I don't think McGregor's gonna win, but he has the chance to knock him out.
Yeah, I agree with Chris on that.
I mean, Mayweather struggles with southpaws. McGregor is the most unorthodox southpaw that's been in the UFC. Like, so
it's like a street fight.
yeah.
Gets up there and just it's like,
Oh, if
whoa,
it was
that's
really a
not a
street fight,
proper
bro.
hook.
Honestly, though, I hate Floyd Mayweather. When he did that Voltron thing, I was like, that is the cheesiest thing I've ever seen you do. You guys saw that?
I don't believe so.
I didn't see it.
Whoa. They were at the low weigh-ins, and he was like doing his part, and he was like, Voltron, squat up, or form Voltron. And his like 5 meathead bodyguards went up and walked up on Conor McGregor. I was like, they're not the ones fighting. Like, why did you do that?
Yeah, that's true.
that whole tour was corny to me, man. Like it was just.
Yeah, it was.
What about
It was
when he,
like a WWE.
most
Yeah.
checks it says on there, it's like must cash within 180 days.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And he pulled out that like $100 million check.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like, I haven't cashed this yet. It's like, no wonder, dude. It's not good anymore, man. You're $100 million short.
And I found a check the other day that was a year and a half old,
Ooh.
and I never cashed. That
I'm gonna
was.
start
I'm
calling
being
you
serious
Floyd.
behind this.
Oh
I'm
boy.
gonna start calling
Floyd
Matt
Thompson?
Floyd. Yeah,
Oh,
Floyd
man.
Thompson.
Nah, I paid my taxes. I don't know.
Oh,
why I
oh,
was-
Well,
Man,
Floyd
that's-
would have if he would have cashed the check.
Ooh, you
but-
about to get us taken down off of YouTube.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Information and character. Someone about to get sued, man.
All right.
He's like, oh, no, I'll pay my taxes.
Yeah, you better do all my plumbing this year, Matt, for free.
Man, I said he'd do it too, man. Come on.
Yeah, he probably leave you a nice tip. I swear, no homo, like just money tip. Yeah, I saw him get off the airplane, and every single baggage person he gave $100 bill to. I would have been hyped.
Mm.
Like, let's go.
I would have been like the first, third, and fifth baggage person.
Yeah,
there.
right.
So
You would have seen
Come
me.
on,
like,
right
did I
on
just see you again?
It's like Looper.
He's back quickly.
All right. Wow. Well, is that it?
I think.
Yeah, it's episode 15, yo.
Thanks for joining the show, Jaris. You can come back whenever you want.
Hey, man,
If you
appreciate
want
the
to.
invitation, guys.
Come back
Your
when there's some
audio
hard
quality
hit
is
topics,
pretty
so
good,
we can,
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Hey,
come
look,
back when we can get you in for a whole show.
Let me know
Come
what
back
y'all
next
need.
week if you
I'm gonna
want.
come back ready, man. You know, I'm gonna get my homework done. I'm gonna make sure I come at Justin with some heat, man.
Oh, I got a question.
Uh-huh.
What are your feelings on Kyrie?
So I kind of agree with the notion. All right, so this is actually like a deeper response than you guys probably want. But I was always an advocate that I hate the way the NBA is going with players grouping up super teams. I never liked that notion of things, and so I can't really say that I'm upset with Kyrie for wanting to be his own man, get his own team, because he is looking at other point guards that do have their own squads, that are the man of their team. So I get that. But I'm not exactly sure where his motivations are really coming from. People are trying to pit it as him not liking LeBron. I don't really think it's a personal thing, and there is a case to say maybe he knows LeBron is leaving and going to the team. He wants to go somewhere else. But if that's the case, then he wouldn't mind staying there until LeBron leaves out. So I don't know. I mean, to a certain extent, I believe we should kind of let things play out. But I don't think Kyrie is a kind of star, because he is a superstar in this league that can carry a team. I really do think he needs to have somebody.
He can't. He literally can't. It's been proven. I don't know if it's been proven.
Yeah.
I guess really before we go, I want to get everybody's idea. Let's go with your perfect trade scenario for Cleveland for Kyrie. You go first, Justin.
For Kyrie, the perfect trade scenario for Cleveland.
Like if you were Cleveland, what are you getting? Like out of the teams that are involved, the rumors. Because like I know they want to get Wiggins, but the ideal trade is Wiggins and Teague, but you can't get Teague because he just signed for 6 months or something like that.
Why not? I'd just say Melo for Kyrie, and work out the dollar amounts, and if you need to add somebody else, I'd just say Melo for Kyrie.
So that's what you would do if you're the Cavs. You would just say, "Give me Melo."
Yeah.
When you could get something better.
I don't think you can. Like I don't even think Melo would.
I'd take a Wiggins before I took Melo to go with LeBron.
See, I don't really like Wiggins' game, to tell you the truth.
Wiggins got potential. He hasn't really showed it much yet, but
he's still dropping 22 a game, and he's going to be able to play defense.
Hey man, Wiggins said he's a max character. I mean, not character. He's a max player. He's a character. Yeah, he said he's a max player. So I don't know.
I think he ultimately is. I mean, if players are getting paid, we see random players getting paid today. So
yeah,
it's going to happen. It's just the state of the league. All right. I mean, that's about all. That's all we got for you, Jeris. You think the NBA is blowing up in 7 years and however many months?
Yeah, I don't believe in Justin's.
Cool. We need a counter for every guest that comes on right now. Yeah, Jeris is on the nominal.
Anybody is on Justin's side.
If you guys could just have my same thought process.
Okay.
Justin is a.
Well, y'all don't have movie theaters in our house like you.
That is true. With stuff playing in the background trying to stunt the show. I mean, come on.
Check me out. I got an IMAX.
Oh, he knew. Well, he definitely knew.
What we got? Little Boston up on Cleveland 6-2.
Wow.
Put my feet up.
All right, end it on baseball, dude. Somebody take us out of here.
All right, take it out.
Hold on. Before we leave, can we see Justin's kicks? I mean, he said he won some shoes.
Ew. He didn't win them. He didn't.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't win them. He paid for them.
Look.
He won the auction.
He was on eBay.
He was out here thinking that he won a contest. Right. He just came out on top.
Right. I thought my man was on a local radio station.
Right.
First of all, if at an auction you win, you don't what else do you do?
Yeah. But you're on eBay.
The winning bidder.
Right.
I just got this on eBay for a good price.
Right. There was no concept.
It could have been buy it now. I followed it up with I won it on eBay.
No, you didn't.
It wasn't
questions were asked first. He said I won some.
Yeah, y'all were quick.
What contest?
Anyways,
on eBay. All right.
The Thunder Taxis?
You gonna ball them
Taxi
those?
14s?
You want me to bring all my
I actually I got some 8s on the way. And
8s are ugly. 8s are ugly. 8s are trash. 8s are trash.
The Aquas?
Yeah, 8s are trash.
I don't know, man. I kind of like them.
8s are trash. 2s are trash.
I don't like 2. 5s are money.
I have 5s actually. They're just rotten. I mean, I would never wear them. They just chill. You want them? You wear size 10? You fit in or 11?
No, I'm a man.
Oh,
size 2 and 10.
Wow. All right, hold up. Time out. What size shoe you wear, Jerry?
I wear 11.
Oh, wow. You ain't a man. Welcome to the Kitty Club. What about you, Matt?
I wear 12 and a half.
Oh, Kitty Club. That's below 4. Yeah. You can still shop in the stores, man.
I can still shop in the stores, yeah.
Right.
Justin over there, buy it now and off a Chinese eBay.
Right.
Well,
Jordan,
take us out of here. Wrap it up.
All right.
Who's wrapping it up? Me?
Look at me, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I'm about to gain a couple. Dude, I can't go to the gym. I'm about to gain a couple lbs, bro.
Better start eating right.
Prayers up for Chris's ankle.
Yeah.
Yo. Was it the same ankle?
Yo, same exact ankle, probably worse.
We got 2 months to get ready.
All right, man. For the YouTube channel, we're out.
I'll be ready, dog. I'll be dropping. Dude, even if I got to sit in the